Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are going to try to make miniature Minnie ears like the ornaments that you can buy that match the big ears that you can wear. I saw this idea on Magically Emily's YouTube page. She does a lot of really cool ears. She makes a lot of treat ears. It's really cool. You should check her out. I'll put her channel in the description below. But she did this the ornament ears, and she actually made them into keychains too, which was really cool. I'm going to make them into ornaments because I want to make them for some gifts to add to some Christmas presents. So what you need to do is you need to get shower curtain rings, which I got mine at the Dollar Tree, 12 for $1. And they need to be somewhat flat on the inside and pretty wide. And what you're going to do is you're going to take and cut this section. And you want to do it real carefully, like that. Now if it's rough, you might want to sand it down to have a nicer, smoother edge. Cut this side. Just be careful that you don't have any pieces that go flying. So that's what you want to do. And then also you're going to need some material. And today I'm using this nice flannel material. You are going to want some cardboard, some thin cardboard, like think cereal boxes. I'm actually using a Shout color catcher box that I just emptied. You're going to need your hot glue. You're going to need material for a bow, and some templates. So I cut 5cm circles out of my ear fabric, and then I have a 4cm circle that I cut a notch out of for the ear, like this. So the 5cm is going to be for the fabric for the ear. The 4cm with the arch is going to be for your cardboard pieces. And this is no sew. You can do a sew version. Emily has a sew version if you want to check that out. But this looks much easier to me. So you're going to need 4 cardboard pieces. I just filled up the whole sheet because I know I'm going to make more than one. So I'm going to cut these out and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so now I have my pieces cut out of my cardboard. I'm going to start gluing. So I'm just going to put it in the middle like this. Now I'm going to put any plain side towards the front of the ear and this towards the back. So this would be the back. And we're just going to do like we did with our regular size ears and just put some hot glue around the edge. Apologies for the puppy and the trash truck noises if you can hear them in the background. It's trash day. And it feels like trash trucks here come all day long, from 6 in the morning till dinner time. So there's our little tiny ear. So I'm going to do this 3 more times and then I'll come back to you. Just want to mention real quick that if you find that this seems like too small of an amount to bring around your fabric, you could go with a 5.5 centimeter circle or a 6 centimeter circle if that makes it easier for you, because it is a little bit tiny and you might have a little bit better luck if it was a little bit longer. So like I said, this is a 5 centimeter. You might want to go with 5.5 or 6. Let me finish this up and I'll come back. The next thing I'm going to do is hot glue fabric to my headband or shower curtain ring. One thing I did do is I added a little glue to the ends just to take care of any pokey bits, sharp points, so that they're not there. So I'm using the same material, and I cut this at 17 centimeters long and 3 centimeters wide. About here is the center, so I'm just going to put a little dot of glue here. Put the headband down right in the center. And then we're just going to glue this on like we would any other headband. Glue it around that way, and then bring it in and glue it. Now, you may need to trim down some. I made this a little extra wide because I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work with this size shower curtain ring. Now, as I can already see, it's definitely going to have some excess, so I'm going to do some slight trimming and I'm going to glue it down, and when I have it all done, I'll come back and show you. So now I have my headband covered. Now we are going to put a piece of trim on the inside, but I'm going to do that in a minute. So now we need to stuff our ears. I already stuffed 3 of them and glued them shut, so I'm just going to show you how to do this one. It doesn't take much. Just stuff a little bit in there. And in retrospect, I would definitely say go with a bigger circle than 5 centimeters, just so you have a little more leeway. I definitely think it would make it a little bit easier when hot gluing. Alright, so I think my ear is good and stuffed. So I'm going to make sure I get the stuffing down in there, and then I'm just going to run a little hot glue right along there. Stuff it down one more time. Pull from the center, and then just push down. Smooth down the corners. Make sure it's stuck down well. So it's like that. So the next step would be to match up the halves and glue them together. So you basically just do that the same way you do the regular size ears, just lots of glue. Line it up really good. Try not to put your fingers in the glue like I just did. And then just press it down. Now we are going to put a trim on the edge. You don't have to, especially these come out. These come out pretty tight, so you could just not put a trim if you didn't want to, but I'm gonna cover this with a little trim. Also because I had a little too much glue there and it's squirted out to the edge, so the trim will hide that nicely. So I'm going to glue the other ear together, and I'm going to find the trim for my ears and the trim that I want to use for inside of the headband, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I have my trim pieces. I'm going to use this one for the inside of the headband. And then I'm going to use this for the edge of the ears. Okay, so to line the ear, we're going to take this little piece of nylon. We're going to put a tiny bit of glue here. It's just past the end. Press it down. Make sure you don't press too hard, squeeze any glue out, making sure you don't put too much glue, and squeeze glue out, and then just keep going. Snip a little bit of the end off. Glue it down the rest of the way. When you're all done, you're just going to dust off all the little stringies and little bits of stuffing that you might find. So there's an ear. I'm going to show you how to do the headband. So you're going to do the same thing, basically hot glue this all along the inside, slowly and carefully till you get to the other side. So I'm going to finish gluing that and come back. Okay, now we're going to do our bow. So I have a piece of glitter felt here that is 11 centimeters by 8 centimeters, and a piece of the same fabric I am using for the ears, and it is 5 centimeters long and 1.75 centimeters wide. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to fold it this way to the middle and glue it. So let's just find I'm going to come back to this piece. some strings. And we're going to fold this to the center. Let's just double check that this looks like it's about the same size. Here. So again, we're just going to glue that down. Okay, so then next step, I'm going to fold over the edge of this one. Get that little string out of there. Okay, this is set. We're going to fold it 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. It's not exactly easy with this felt, but you'll get it. There we go. And now we're going to stick some glue in between the pinched part. Hold it tight. So next, I am going to glue to the back here. I'm going to put this here and I'll glue it real good. Sorry, this, the bit that I already glued over. Don't burn yourself. That's why we have these things. We should use them more. So then we're going to wrap it around. Before I do that, I am going to do the same thing with this end. Just fold it over a little. This time I am going to use my finger. And also I'm going to add a piece of ribbon that can be the hanger. I think I'm going to make it 6 inches long. Just gonna glue the edges together. I'm just pressing them down on my silicone mat here together. I'm gonna put that. Actually, I'm gonna put a little tiny bit of glue here. And then I'm going to bring this around through, pull my felt nice and tight, and my material nice and tight. And then I'm going to get the hot glue. So now all that's left is to glue our ears and our bow onto our headband. So let's find the center. It's right here. I think we want to go with like a centimeter. Probably starting my ear right there like that. So I'm just going to put a tiny mark there. And then I'm going to put hot glue along here. Glue it down. Well, I hope you could see that, because I was probably out of frame again. But I have another ear to show you, so that'll work. So again, I'm just going to find the center, which looks to be about here. And you're going like a centimeter out from there, so it'll be like right here. I can't see it again. Right here. So let me just make sure it's going to leave enough room for the bow. It should. So now, clean up all the little fuzzies. Like that. Hold it there. And then we're just going to put the bow on just by putting a little glue here right towards the front and the center. Stick it on. Make sure your back's in the back. Now this felt bow is a bit thick. It might be a little bit challenging to stick where you want it to go. If you do a material bow, it probably would be a little bit easier. This was the only thing I had that would match these ears. Just holding it there. Letting it set. Now this was my first time doing these. I think I'm going to do another video. I have another pair or two planned. Hopefully in the next video it'll go a little bit smoother, a little more practice. But then there you have it. Great ornament for your tree to put on somebody's present. Little gift for a teacher or a friend. Very simple and inexpensive to do. Now I do want to say I'm using a fine tip hot glue gun, and I really think that that's probably pretty important when it comes to this craft, just because you're working with such small details. I mean, in the end it fits in the palm of my hand, so you know. So there you go. I hope you had fun learning how to do this along with me today. It definitely was a little more challenging, and I look forward to making a few more and seeing how we do. I hope you'll like and subscribe and come along with me for the fun. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.